Hi folks, so I'm here at the rather beautiful CapitalQ Nature Resort here in Sabah in Malaysian Borneo, and we've had a massive day yesterday, wildlife viewing and wildlife photographing. It was a 12-hour day of non-stop photography, so it was a great day, pretty hard work. So this morning we've got a much more leisurely start to the day before we jump on a boat around lunchtime to head to our next destination. So I've taken the opportunity to do a little bit of reading, and I was catching up on Seth Godin's blog, and I was reminded of Seth's book, which was my first introduction to him, and that was called Purple Cow. And it's all about differentiation, differentiating your business and standing out from the crowd. And you know, it's something in business we all know about, we've all heard about, but so many small business owners really struggle putting it into practice. So one way to think about it and try to come up with your answer to how you differentiate is to ask yourself and answer this question, and answer it both for yourself and then answer it for your customers. So why should your customers choose to buy from you over any and all other alternatives, including the alternative option of doing nothing? So why should they buy from you over any other alternative option? And there's an example of differentiation, and some really clever differentiation going on right now in the public eye in Australia, and that's with our federal election. Now, in the past, I've really avoided getting into the politics side of things. You know, I've traditionally taken the view it's not part of our role for our clients. But look, this time round, I do feel a little bit differently. I am, frankly, quite frustrated and quite concerned about some of the policies that Bill Shorten and the Labor Party are promoting and are probably, if they get into power, they're going to be implementing. But you have to say that they've done a fantastic job of differentiating themselves from the alternative. And you know, I highly suspect, 2 years ago, give or take, Bill has sat down with his strategists, and his strategists have said to him, "Look, Bill, you know, you're not particularly likable, you're not particularly popular. If you are in any way similar to the alternative, you and your policies are in any way similar or comparable to the alternative, then you're going to lose. So you need to stand apart, differentiate yourself." And I think they've gone about that process pretty cleverly, and you know, they've certainly taken ownership of that, and they've gone all out to differentiate themselves and their policies from the alternatives. Now, as I say, their policies are pretty scary, and you know, the long-term impacts for some of them will have on the country and our economy and our prosperity, I am concerned about, and I'm not too sure if everyone's considered the longer-term ramifications. But nevertheless, he's done a good job there. Now, I just hope he believes in those policies, because that's one thing about differentiating. You know, if you're going to go through the process and differentiate yourself, you've got to believe in it. There's no point putting on an act. There's no point faking it. So I certainly hope Bill believes in what he's doing, because if he's just doing it for the sake of getting elected, well, that's not right, and the consequences could be catastrophic. Anyhow, that's it for today. We'll see you again. Bye.